Hi, Tim Sells here. In this series of videos, I'm talking about what prevents someone from becoming a rep. And one of these is the prospect is distracted, and right now, by a lot of things. All right, so let's talk about what are the distractions, right? So their attention is fixed on other things. So that's when you think about distraction and you kind of drill down into it, it's fixed, it's fixated on something. And it could be productive or unproductive. Most of the time, it's unproductive. Better stated as obsessed. Do you ever watch a kid playing a video game, right? You say, time for dinner, and they're like, I can't get out of this game, right? Yeah, you can. Turn it off. No, then I'll lose all my points. Like that kind of obsession's going on. And it's kind of funny with my kids because, like they play a video game and they win, right? And then they get in real life out on my farm or fishing or anything like that. And it's funny, they're shocked when they fall down and it hurts. Because they fall down in a video game or they get shot or they, run their car into something and it's no big deal. They just have to start back in the beginning. In real life, it hurts. And I try to explain to them, that's the virtual world. It's not real, son. And I go up and I, we'll peck on the TV and I'm like, that's not real. Okay. And he's like, well, it's real people. And I go, sometimes, right? And so that's kind of like what is occurring, I think. And that's why I call it a bit of an obsession. They can't detach themselves, just like my son can't detach and come to dinner because he thinks that game is real. Adults on social media and TV act the same way. All right. And so it's a tremendous distraction. And because I came from the world of spec ops, that's the enemy's favorite setup, is to be distracted. All right. And so keep that in mind when I go to this next content, because this is the most distracting environment I've ever seen in my lifetime. And so let's just look at the current ones that are in play. Pandemic, social distancing, masks, racial division, gender division, income division, riots, shootings, open borders. This is not an innate state of being, okay? It's not normal. And it's manufactured agitation, in my view, right? And so, yes, granted, I'm not, I'm not saying anything about this. I'm just saying that there is a lot of distractions going on and it isn't normal. It's not even from a human being to human being thing. It's not common, right? And so, in my view, it's manufactured agitation because they're looking at it through a TV and it's constantly being pushed. And whatever one's attention gets put on can persist. And so it's kind of like you've got your world and you can just draw a bubble around it or just picture that you step into one of those things at Christmas times that you shake up and it's got, snow on the inside of it. It's your bubble, right? And so just think about you stepping inside of your bubble and it's yours. And everything that you want in that bubble is what you want to do. But then somebody comes along and like taps on the bubble and you look up at it and it fixates you because you're like, where'd he come from? Right? And that is the way that I view life is that I own my life. I own my attention and I decide what I put it on and what I don't put it on. Right? And that is how one controls their world. And so when I see all of this going on, I'm like, because whatever is happening, all right, what can I do about it right now? Okay, so I do what I can and I do stuff. However, I keep moving forward. I keep shooting these videos. I keep educating people about network marketing. I keep building my business. All right? So, prospect is distracted. Depending upon the lead source, they could also be distracted by others' opinion on network marketing. Multiple ways to do network marketing. Product versus business. They're trying to determine, man, I don't know if should I sell the product or should I get new people? Which product to lead with? Okay, so all these different products in the brand, which one do I lead with? Okay, which company to join? In other words, you could have been that deep, and then you also could have been over here, which is what company should I join? And compared to other ways to earn money. So they can be like, in a normal world, this is what they're focused on. But in the current world, you got this going on also. And so your job is to ask questions to learn what distractions they have. So if they immediately start talking about kids at the border, if they immediately start talking about masks or whatever it is, now you know where their attention is stuck, right? And so if you can just imagine that it's kind of stuck all over their bubble. And what you want to do is walk them out of that. And how do you do that? Well, get their attention focused on what is the single thing that you could do right now that would make all of that irrelevant. And the answer that I have is I get to control my life, right? So no matter what's going on there, I can control my life. And that's what I really want to do. And I think that's what most people want to do. They just want to own and control their own life. And whoever that enemy is doesn't want that, right? I'm talking about a made up enemy here. But whatever is whatever the reason for all the distraction is, it doesn't matter. And it's as simple as saying, I'm going to focus on my business instead. All right. And then on the other ones, even if they're looking at another business, they're thinking about franchising or doing a franchise business, just say, okay, so what does that look like? What's that upside cost? What's that? In other words, what you're always trying to do is find out where they're thinking right now. What's going on in their bubble, in whatever category it is. They have kids, and they can't sleep at night or whatever it is. Find out what it is, and then just walk them out of being stuck on those things into something that will change it. And so most of the time when people get stuck, whether it's finance, whether it's new kids, whether it's a person dying in their life, whatever it is, when you're able to assist them in putting their attention on something else, it helps them, especially when it is going to provide more for them in life. Okay, so let me know what you think about this video. Give me a thumbs up. How do you help somebody to get undetached or to detach from something that they're stuck on? All right, so comment, let me know that. And also, if you haven't subscribed, you might think about doing so.